What's up? I'm Keith Kelfus. Sometimes I feel very called to make videos out of the blue, impulsively. An energy comes through me and I have to act on that energy or I'm miserable. I don't know what it is. It's like almost like a good possession or something. But I want to talk about motivation. Okay? I think I've discovered the root of motivation. And it comes from a feeling of worthiness. It comes from a feeling of do or die. And it comes from that moment when you cry. But I'm serious here. You know how in life when life knocks you down, it kicks you down, it sucks, blah 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 blah. It's no matter what you do, shit doesn't work. No matter how hard you try, nothing works. And you get squeezed. Remember my video Walk the Line? You get squeezed to where you're like walking a tightrope and you're just barely making it day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, and another year goes by. 4th of July came and gone. Another Christmas, here it comes. Oh, now it's my birthday again. Oh. And you say, you watch this shit on YouTube of people talking about motivation. This is your year. You're finally gonna, are you gonna make the difference this year? And you get all fired up, you're like, yeah, this is the year. It's never gonna be the same again. This is my year. And what happens? You go for it, and what happens? It works, but you run into the same shit. I don't think motivation is the answer. There's a resistance inside of us that makes us cling and hold on to certain things, certain codependencies, certain people, certain addictions. The addiction can be something as simple as a validation that we have to let ourselves know, see, I knew it wasn't gonna work. I knew the shit wasn't gonna work. And fear, the fear to try something completely new that you've never tried before, because it can go wrong. I believe that when we learn about a thing and we study and we research a thing, then that can dissolve fear, where we can build up the courage to take the action. But what is that? What is that? What is that? Oh, I'm gonna go out and take all this action. Well, you know what sometimes what action is just sitting there on the damn computer for 14 hours doing paperwork, or just busting your ass, and that doesn't lead you anywhere either, because motivation and action just lead you to just working your ass into the ground, right? So you've already done all that, and the shit don't work. You've already worked your ass into the ground, right? Well, I'm gonna get really motivated and start neglecting my family so we can get somewhere in this business, right? But then people tell you gotta have balance. You gotta have balance. And you go, what is that? If I'm doing everything I gotta do every single minute of every day to make it work and be the best I can be in every single way, it's not good enough, right? It's not enough. You start to get this go for broke mentality. That's where you, well, first of all, you give up. Temporarily. You ever been so exhausted and burned out? You came home from work and you just started taking a shower, eating dinner, and going to bed. You said, I am so damn exhausted. All I can muster the courage to do now is take a shower and go to bed, because at least I'll have a little bit of rest, so I can not be flipping, try not to cuss here, just not be fucking miserable while I'm at work tomorrow. So you start to accept your prison. You start to accept that you're stuck in a prison and it will never change. If you dream the big dream, you've hoped the big hopes, and you've gotten your hopes broken and your heart broken and letting down, and there you are on a Sunday night carrying groceries in the house, trying to make the bed, trying to clean out your truck. The anxiety's killing you because you know you're not living to your full potential. Because if you do try to go out and live to your full potential, you might hurt and sacrifice those around you that you love. Temporarily. It's gonna hurt. We're all stuck in this web. It's like a like this interconnected codependent web, and I see it everywhere amongst people all around each other. You ever heard about crabs in a box? Come on, this is such old school stuff. Crabs can't crawl out of a box, not even one, because the other one's pulling them back down. That's the people that we love. That's everybody. We all have these self-limiting beliefs. I never, I hear this shit my whole life. I'm like, oh, self-limiting beliefs and motivation. And because we're seeing it through our own lens. We're seeing it through these rose-colored glasses, and we're not seeing the real truth is that, I read this book called The Big Leap recently. It said we argue our limitations. We will argue our fears. We'll argue about why it won't work. We'll argue about why we can't do something. We'll argue why we can't. Because why? Because we have so much fucking proof of why it doesn't work. Because we tried and we tried and we tried and we tried and we tried. And you give everything you got. And you say, if I've got to give everything that I have, and don't have, just to fucking make it, then how the fuck are those people doing that? How is the future person that you dream to be, how is he doing that? How are people doing it? How are you gonna live your dreams if you can't even muster the energy or the courage or the money or to break through the fears to get through today? How? The answer isn't how. It's not rooted in how, and then it never was. Because you know what how will get you? How will get you working in a factory for 45 years. Retiring broke. How might get you a nice house and a nice truck and nice shit where people will think, oh, you're successful. But how isn't gonna get you shit. Because how will get you fucking miserable. The answer is why. The deepest level. See, your brain, we can't interpret this shit. You can't get it. It's weird. There's this energy. I really believe there's some type of energy. It could just be our own egos that stops. You name it what you want, but I could feel it. I feel it. It stops us from seeing truth, and it keeps pulling the mask over and over and over all day. We walk around and we have little glimpses of it. And you ever get those moments where you feel like you could just take on anything? True gratitude comes through you. You ever cried to somebody and tell them you were sorry, but you didn't mean it? You just wanted it to be better again? You wanted them to stop hurting? But you ever had those moments? I usually get them when someone dies that you love, or you go through tremendous pain and suffering. When shit gets so bad where you have things stripped away from you that you were fighting so hard to keep. Those are the rare, raw moments where you call it get naked or whatever, where you are forced, like it rips off your ego, and you're forced into this place of almost eternity. You're forced into this place where you go for broke. Nothing else matters anymore. You say, you know what? Fuck the money. I'm doing what's right. I don't give a fuck if I don't make $1 and I lose everything. I'm bending over backwards right now to love this person, or to serve this customer, or to serve this client, or to serve my coworker, my teammate, my compadre. I don't give a shit about what happens, and I don't care about me anymore. I don't give a shit about me and my personal gain and what I'm gonna get out of it. Fuck that. That's small. That's the small I. The big I is really rooted in we. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Because everybody wants to sit around and talk about, I'm on a rant here, right? Everybody wants to sit around and talk all the time about shit. Well, what are we gonna do? I don't see anybody fulfilled, man. Very few people do I know that are truly fulfilled. And who are the people that we look up to? People that have shiny shit? They're not fulfilled either. I believe true fulfillment is when a man can just be, or a woman can just be in the moment. When you can be present in the moment and observe everything around you and realize that you are abundance. You live in abundance and you were gifted. Complete abundance. This life is supposed to feel like a gift. It's supposed to be a gift. Now why aren't we grateful? How come when an old lady falls in the street, people just drive by? Does nobody give a shit? Or are you gonna be the person who pulls your car over, even though you gotta be somewhere, and you're gonna jump out and help her up? Well, if an old lady fell in the street, I mean, probably call an ambulance or something, but you know, I'm not saying that people are that bad. But I'm fired up, man. Up here in the office. Got a little office up here. Actually doing some paperwork and editing a new YouTube video. I got a new channel, it's called I Am Ability. I hope you don't hear the wind here. It's windy out here. I got a new channel called I Am Ability. Check it out. It's motivational, inspirational type stuff, and I really, really believe in the power of what it can do. So I want you to check it out. If you're just seeing this channel on the I Am Ability channel, well, I decided to put it on this channel. Okay, I'm going back in to get to work. Subscribe to me below, hit me up, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you very, very, very soon.